Coliseum in Charlotte. It's the Charlotte Bobcats and the Memphis Grizzlies. Hi, I'm Marv Alvin, along with the czar, Mike Fratello. Here are the player introductions.
Starting at center, Primoz Bresic. Starting at forward, Othella Harrington. Starting at guard, Luke Ridnour. Starting at the other guard, Jason Richardson. Starting at the other forward, Gerald Wallace. The coach, Bernie Bickerstaff.
Charlotte gets possession, and they'll look for their first points of this ball game. Stoudemire right up on his man. Wallace looking to hit, range it from the baseline. Converts even with the defender coming.
That is a tougher shot than it seems. Oftentimes when a man is running at you, you're worried about the contact. You're rushing your shot. A lot of things go through your head. He didn't let any of that distract him. Harrington recognized that he had to foul to stop the basket.
He made a smart play, Czar. Now the other team will have to earn 2 points from the line. Wells is no good. He's 1 of 2. Ridnour covered by Stoudemire. Shot clock is down to 5. Wells stays on his feet. Richardson. Clock showing 2. Shots no good.
A solid effort at the defensive end.
Terrific defensive pressure by Randolph. Wells with the jumper. Yes! Richardson shoots it with 5 showing. It doesn't go. He didn't get the block, but prevented the basket anyway.
That's just good hustle to narrow the gap between himself and the shooter. He made it difficult for the shooter to shoot his normal shot, and that threw him off.
The turnaround's good.
They can't allow the opposing team to have open looks at the basket. That's just poor defense on their part.
The Grizzlies are stifling their opponents tonight. 10 on the shot clock.
Richardson made a quick move to get open for the alley-oop. Great job by his teammate to hit him with the pass.
Battier at the basket. Team foul number. It's good. Simpson heads it off the bench for the Charlotte Bobcats.
Jamal Simpson.
Battier gets inside, finger rolls it for 2. Ridnour being played by Stoudemire. Clock's at 3. Wallace with the notion to fire. It's no good. He had to throw it up. Battier doesn't take the fake. Wallace. Clock reads 5. Can't hit for 2. He bothered the shooter enough to force the miss. We're seeing some nice defense by Battier. Randolph working on his defender. Yes!
He worked to get good post position, received the pass, and did a nice job of finishing inside.
doesn't get the long two. They're having difficulties on offense. They've missed several in a row.
They need to play with more intensity if they plan on taking the lead and winning this game.
Ten seconds to get a shot off. He won't be denied. Battier from outside. The three is off the mark.
Ridnour stayed with his man and forced him into a tough three.
It's important not to give up easy looks from outside. That's a matchup in his favor.
Look for him to go at his defender and try to get some points.
Wells is not buying. The Grizzlies are playing tight defense. That's the long two.
Richardson rises up and drains it over the defense. What a shot to be able to shoot it over the tall defender and make it count.
Stoudemire crosses him over.
Let's see that again from a different angle.
Richardson. That's his first personal team foul, number 3.
Stoudemire was hit on the attempt and is sent to the line. Rims out. Stoudemire hits 1 of 2 from the line. To put it up.
That was an exceptional play. The offensive player cut to the hoop and did a nice job of finishing the alley-oop.
Wells with the shot. The two's no good. Wallace with the good hands. Ten seconds remaining on the shot clock. Hits the three. He was able to hit with a man in his face. A nice shot by Richardson. Wallace with the rejection.
He stayed with his man and read the play perfectly. Great block.
It down.
Wallace!
Stoudemire with the ball. Randolph is going to work. Wells with the open shot. Good for the baseline. They need to really tighten up the defense.
The offensive player is going to score every time if he's left that open.
Ridnour is met by Stoudemire. Richardson stepped out of bounds. Stoudemire bringing it up court. Lays it home.
The Bobcats failed to communicate and help each other defensively.
The offensive player should not be allowed to penetrate that easily. Wells is all over his man. Richardson in heavy traffic comes up empty. Grizzlies grabs the missed shot and looks for another chance to score.
He's really getting after those misses, fighting hard for position.
Richardson with the jump shot, can't get it to drop from the top of the circle.
Stoudemire was able to contest that shot and force the miss. We're seeing some nice defense from him right now.
10 seconds showing on the shot clock. A long two doesn't go. Wells has been very well positioned defensively.
He's disrupting shots and making it difficult for the other team to score.
Five on the shot clock. Here's Richardson.
Yes!
Richardson for 2.
With the shot, misses the 2. Wells not able to come up with an answer at the offensive end. Ten on the shot clock. Battier didn't bite on that one. Only 5 to get a shot off. Puts it down with emphasis. Battier getting inside position.
31, Jamal Sampson. That's his first personal. Team foul, number 4.
Battier is fouled, and he's being sent to the line. No good. Battier makes 1 of 2. Ridnow defended by Stoudemire. Two seconds. Gets it off. Misfires from downtown. He gathers in the miss. Stoudemire setting it up on the left side. Loose ball out of bounds. Stoudemire from up close. Wallace with the defensive board. He sets up on the left side. The Charlotte Bobcats taking their time and getting that extra touch. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock.
Sampson saw an opening, hugged the basket, and made a spectacular play to complete the alley-oop.
Battier rises up, can't hit for 2.
Their defensive rebounding has been very impressive so far in this game.
Setting it up on the right. Ten seconds to get a shot off.
Resic was ready for the alley-oop, but the pass was off the mark. It was a risky play that did not pay off.
They nearly turned it over. That was not a smart pass.
They need to make sure the intended receiver is clearly open.
To put it up. Here's Wallace. The 2's no good. Pulling up. Off the mark from the post. From the low block.
Clock management is going to be a factor here. If they hurry, they can still get a 2-for-1 opportunity.
The Charlotte Bobcats playing airtight defense. Here's Battier. Gets 2 with the finger roll. Sets it up. "15 seconds left in the quarter. Wallace gets it to bite, drills it from downtown, and the foul, a possible 4-point play coming up.
You don't see this very often, Mark. You have to wonder what he was thinking about, fouling him from out there.
They've switched the shot clock off. 5 seconds left in the quarter. Yes, it's good. What a shot to close out the quarter.
The officials will need to review it. That's something they have to do if the red lights come on before the shot goes in.
They're indicating that he did get it off, and the basket is good. Miller coming into the game off the bench for the Grizzlies.
Miller.
Tight defense by Ridnour. Miller played by Richardson. Four on the clock. It's good with the clock winding down.
Randolph with the big-time rejection.
He's making a statement defensively, Czar. That was quite a block. Zach Randolph tomahawks it through. Miller with quite a play.
He read his man perfectly, Marv.
Setting it up. Ten-second showing on the shot clock. At the basket.
Randolph made a nice move to get open for the alley-oop, but couldn't put it down.
He misses the layup. He grabs the rebound. With the highlight dunk, Zach Randolph. Batted away by Miller. Launches it from downtown. Hits it for three.
They're getting good looks on offense and scoring the basketball. The other team better be careful here.
Backing down. Hits the three.
Wallace able to avoid the block to drain that shot. What a play.
He doesn't go for the fake. Completely handcuffed by Wallace. What a look.
Miller is showing some spectacular passing right now. The perfect delivery on that alley-oop.
Wallace picked up by Miller. Can't make the look. Gets the tip. Brezich with defenders all over him. Stoudemire handling.
They did a tremendous job of converting a difficult play. Great pass and finish on the alley-oop.
Brezich on the pull-up. Pull shot is no good. Sets it up. Miller dialing long distance. The three is off the mark. Ridnour working from the right side. The loose ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Grizzlies. The Charlotte Bobcats are lucky that pass did not get picked off.
They've thrown a number of careless passes, Mark.
Randolph commits the foul, his first.
50, Zach Randolph.
10 on the shot clock. Bodied up by Stoudemire. Out of bounds on the loose ball. Richardson tries the jumper. He doesn't get the bucket. He had to get it off. This is a matchup that definitely puts the defense at a disadvantage.
He's just too good for that defender.
Ridnow with the sound defense. Good for 3.
Miller gets the bucket with the defense right in his face. What a shot.
Wallace closely guarded.
Number 6.
Wells with the foul. That's his first personal, second team foul. He gets it to fall. Wallace gets them both.
Skip it!
Randolph working underneath.
Miller with a beautiful alley-oop. They made eye contact, and he delivered it perfectly.
Not a lot of space. Resic is fouled on the shot, and he is sent to the line. Doesn't fall. Resic gets 1 of 2. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. They have continued their productive shooting from the floor.
A big part of their offense has come from that mid-range area. The defenders just aren't defending that middle area very well tonight.
He crosses over from the post. The 2's no good. Wright is definitely doing his part defensively to slow down the other team.
They're having a tough time making shots. They tried for an alley-oop, but came away empty-handed. It may have been mistimed a little bit on that play.
Zach Randolph.
Oh, the gorgeous move by Wallace. Comes up empty. Memphis is making a nice effort right now to keep the other team off the glass. Miller guarded by Wallace. He's stripped by Brezich. The Grizzlies need to do a better job of getting back on defense.
There's no excuse of being outnumbered in transition.
Randolph at the rim. Count it, and he'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Terrible play defensively, Mark. The defender didn't do a very good job at all of disrupting him on a shot, and now gives him a chance for a three-point play.
Randolph practically hugging his man defensively.
To number 50, Zach.
They've used their last foul.
That's his second personal team foul.
Rims out.
Number 4, the Grizzlies are at the limit.
Sampson hits 1 of 2 from the line. Randolph with position. Randolph from close range. The feed by Wright.
The Grizzlies are playing well and have their opponent looking baffled on defense.
Swatted by Miller.
He read the other player perfectly and got the rejection.
That was a spectacular defensive play. down by the Charlotte Bobcats. Jumpers off the mark.
Memphis continues to make it very difficult for the other team to get offensive rebounds. They're playing some heads-up defense, keeping their bodies between the basket and their man as soon as a shot goes up.
Zach Randolph with the emphatic dunk. Wallace has time. The three doesn't go. Controls another rebound. Finger rolls. No good. The miss. And it goes out of bounds. Wells is looking very sharp defensively.
He didn't allow the offensive player to drive all the way.
We have a whistle.
Memphis.
A terrific interception by Sampson.
He did a nice job of staying in front of his man and forcing a bad pass.
He puts one up. Counted for two.
The Bobcats getting it done against the overmatched defense. They exploited the mismatch that time.
Ridnow comes up with the ball.
He's showing us some smart defense. He saw the pass coming and took it away.
The strong finish.
The Grizzlies are dominating at both ends of the court. It will take a huge effort to mount a comeback against this team.
The Grizzlies passing the ball around the court. Randolph covered by Richardson.
Here's a matchup he's going to try and take advantage of.
That's not a defender who can guard a player like him. Only 5 to get a shot off. The layup doesn't fall. Richardson from point-blank range. The defensive foul committed by Miller. That's his first personal. It drops.
Who's got the shooter?
The rebound cleared by Wright. Stoudemire on the left side.
Need a breather?
Wright tries for the angle. Puts it up for the perimeter. No good from three-point land.
More up! Screen left! Hit the glass hard!
Misses from the perimeter. Richardson puts it up. Richardson was hit on the attempt and is sent to the line. Makes the first.
Richardson.
Watch the shooter!
He makes them both. Ridnow with a tight-fisted defensive stand.
Screen right!
10 to put it up.
Call it! That's not right! Screen left! Get him back!
The Grizzlies open up a 17-point advantage.
In the second quarter.
Wells extended himself there to force him into the difficult shot.
Screen right!
Miller from the perimeter. The three is off the mark. Brezich with a good effort. with the jumper. Misses the two. Too much of a size difference for him to make that shot.
Anytime a shooter has to change his shot, either hurry on the release or put a little more arc on it, it's going to affect his accuracy, and we're seeing an example of that right there.
Miller from downtown. Richardson with good position. Sent back by Miller.
That was an outstanding block, Marv. He definitely has his moments on defense.
From underneath, couldn't get it to fall. He got hit, had to change it up, and it just would not go. Miller elevates and shoots. No good from the perimeter.
Screen left.
10 seconds to get a shot off.
Screen left. Right through it. Big coming right.
Miller gets it off with 4 left. Misses the turnaround. Finger rolls good.
Wright is doing an outstanding job on the offensive board. The other team needs to make a better effort to keep him off the glass.
Sampson backs him down. Solid defensive play by Randolph. Misses from the post. Stoudemire working from the middle. 14 seconds until the end of the quarter. Miller pulling up from the perimeter. Sampson going after it. So the second quarter comes to a close. The Grizzlies lead by 19.
They're in complete control of this game and will be very tough to beat.
It's difficult to imagine the other team making a serious run. Here are the key players at the half. Miller up with the shot. It is not good from the baseline.
Resic has been a force so far in this game on the defensive boards. His athleticism and his physicalness have really been on display in this game.
Doesn't get the long two.
They're forcing the other team to take tough shots.
They're playing exceptionally well at the defensive end.
Right.
10 seconds showing on the shot clock. Clock's at 4. Miller with no room to breathe.
Harrington made a smart defensive play, Mark.
You're right, Czar. Foul was the only way to stop them from scoring. Their coach has to be happy with how this game is going. They're in front by a comfortable margin.
Marv, Hubie Brown teaches his players the fundamentals and motivates them to play together as a team. He's had success at all levels and is well respected for his knowledge of the game.
2 for 2. From down low, guarded closely by Randolph. He did a nice job of challenging the shooter.
That's the type of defensive intensity that helps win basketball games.
Help out. Watch the clock.
Can't get the 3 from downtown. He gets them the rebound. Seconds remaining on the shot clock. The two's no good.
Memphis foul to number 42.
Harrington is fouled on the shot and heads to the line to shoot 2. First one's no good. He hits 1 of 2 from the line.
Right here.
Stoudemire being played by Ridnour. Fires from the perimeter. The three doesn't go. Another grab by Randolph. Here's Miller. Wallace gives him no room. It is no good from downtown. Fires from downtown. Can't hit from downtown.
Randolph is doing a stellar job rebounding the basketball. He's playing with energy and crashing the boards on every possession.
Good for three.
Let's get another look at that play.
Patience being shown by the Charlotte Bobcats. Pulls in another rebound. Stoudemire advances the ball. Miller pulls up. Wallace challenges the shot. Wallace wide open. Off the mark from downtown. Out of bounds, off the miss. Advances up court. He bites on the fake.
Miller used the defender that time. Got him in the air and went right by him for the basket.
Jumper doesn't go. Wallace tries to answer at the other end. Brings it up court. Puts it up from downtown. No good from three-point land. Randolph from in close.
Let's watch that one again.
That's his first personal. Team foul, number 2.
Richardson commits the foul, his first.
Zach Randolph.
Randolph is good on the first. He hits both. Wright rejects that shot. Nobody able to come up with that loose ball. Stoudemire with the interception. Throws it down.
Here's that play one more time.
He got a piece of that pass. That was not a smart pass. It was almost picked off.
They're lucky it wasn't a turnover.
The Charlotte Bobcats not able to find an answer at the other end. Defended hard by Wallace. What a move. Zach Randolph. We have a timeout called by the Charlotte Bobcats. Harrington with the jumper, counted for 2. Stoudemire setting it up.
Wright needed a much better pass to complete the alley-oop. That was clearly not the result they were looking for.
Setting it up on the right. Wallace draws the foul. Good on the first. Hunter entering the game for the Grizzlies.
Number 45, Stephen Hunter.
Wallace makes both free throws. Advances up court. From in deep.
Randolph.
The shot, no good from the top of the circle. He used his length and forced the shooter to shoot it over, and some good defense played by Hunter.
Randolph might be heating up here. That's 3 in a row. Look for his team to get him the ball on offense.
Richardson looking to hit from downtown. Hits it for 3.
Ridnour is showing us a prime example of how to contribute without scoring. He's the playmaker right now, setting his teammates up with some well-placed passes for the assist.
Stoudemire is met by Ridnour. Stoudemire with a nice dish.
What a delivery for the big finish. He's making it easy for his guys with those nice passes.
Tipped. Wallace lets it go. Can't hit for 2. Here's Harrington. Missed the layup.
Randolph is not allowing the other team to get many second chances. His defensive rebounding has continued to be very impressive.
Ten on the shot clock. Only 5 left on the shot clock. He puts it up. It's off the mark. He had to let it go. Richardson with a tremendous effort to challenge the shooter.
That was a very strong defensive stand, forcing him to throw it up, trying to avoid the 24-second violation.
10 seconds to get a shot off. Richardson with his foot on the line. A mental mistake there. Harrington with the foul. That's his 4th personal, 13th foul.
Harrington into the game for the Bobcats. Number 31, Jamal Sampson.
Here's Randolph.
The Grizz have gotten the ball back in his hands, and he continues to be on fire.
The turnover caused by Hunter.
A great defensive play, Mark.
He forced his man to turn the ball over. And a timeout
for the Grizzlies. Substitutions, Memphis.
Just missed completing a spectacular alley-oop. The pass was there, but they just couldn't come up with the finish.
Ridnour elevates, misses the two.
Memphis continues to do a very good job of crashing the boards at the defensive end.
Sets it up. Swift gets inside.
Swift.
Wallace with the shot, comes up empty. Tribansky is on it. Only 5 to get a shot off. Bell surrounded. Finger rolls it for 2. Ridnour rises up. The two's no good. The Charlotte Bobcats unable to respond at the other end. Bell defended by Ridnour.
2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Down to 3. Blocked by Brezich. Ridnour right at the basket. Gets 2 with the finger roll. From in close.
Trabansky.
Defensive 3-second violation and a technical against the Grizzlies.
The defense has to be more careful about lingering in the key. The rules stipulate that you have to be guarding someone, but you can only stay in there for 3 seconds. A mental error that time.
Battier sends it back. Person from three-point territory. The three-pointer is good. Their opponent is showing the touch. They've made a couple in a row.
They're doing everything possible on defense to slow down this run.
Here's Wallace. Can't hit from downtown.
Let's see if they go for the 2-for-1 here. There's more than enough time to get a good shot off and still get the ball back for another try before the buzzer.
Bell in traffic. Brezich denies the shot. Launches from the perimeter. The 3 doesn't go.
Swift, nice job of denying the open look to force the miss.
Just over 11 seconds left on the clock. From the paint, Brezich blocks it. 5 left on the clock. Up with the prayer. Loose ball out of bounds.
Memphis ball.
Timeout is called.
Memphis.
Over here.
So after 3, the Grizzlies lead by 41.
They've dominated this game at both ends of the court.
It would take a major collapse to lose this game. Setting it up. 10 seconds showing on the shot clock. From underneath. Stoudemire with it on the right side. Battier tries the three, misfires from three. He collects the rebound. Richardson, play by Stoudemire. At the basket, he hustles it down. Ten seconds remaining on the shot clock.
Gerald Wallace!
Wells, little room to move, misses from just inside the arc. They control the rebound.
This team does such a good job of positioning themselves. He gets it back. Nice job of playing the passing lane.
Setting it up on the right. Wells with the notion to fire. Can't hit for two. Sets it up. He sets up on the right. Battier tries from downtown. No good from three-point land. From in deep, what a pass. Looking to hit, comes up with two.
Hey, ball.
Richardson picked up by Randolph. Sampson unguarded, the two's no good. The Charlotte Bobcats not able to respond. Wells with the ball. Battier with the jump shot, misses the two. Brezich able to gather in that miss.
Once he establishes his position, it's tough for guys to try to get an advantage on him.
Grizzlies come up with an answer on the offensive end.
Randolph.
From in close.
Let's see how the defense reacts to this matchup. Right now, they're the ones on the wrong side of this mismatch. Stoudemire is shooting 33% from the floor. Ridnour used his size to take away the clean look and forced him into that miss.
Only 5 left on the shot clock. That's a 24-second violation.
They really struggled offensively during that possession.
They need to make a better effort to move the ball. Wells being guarded closely. Can't get the tip in. Brings in another rebound. Able to finger roll. Sampson at the basket.
To number 50.
The defensive foul committed by Randolph. That's his third personal.
Team foul number 1.
Sampson able to hit from the line.
Get to the board, guys.
He makes them both. Wells fires from deep, misfires from 3. Ridnow directing traffic from the left side. Stoudemire handling. Sampson is fouled and it'll be charged to Randolph.
Randolph.
10 seconds to get a shot off. Richardson getting inside position. Knocked away by Richardson. He tees it up. Wells is shooting under 40%. And a timeout is
for Charlotte.
Harrington coming back in for the
Number
Charlotte
32,
Bobcats.
Othella Harrington into the game for the Memphis Grizzlies. Number 10, Wesley Person.
The nice fake. Can't find the hole. Brezich with another rebound.
The other team is stepping up the defensive pressure. They need to be careful here.
That was close to being a turnover. He shoots. Comes up empty. He doesn't go for the fake. Wallace guarded by Person. He has the upper hand in this matchup, Sean.
No doubt. He knows it, and he's going to try and capitalize on it.
A long 2 doesn't go. He's able to grab hold of the ball.
He's immovable in there once he establishes his position. He's so strong and so tough to get around.
Richardson advances the ball. Sinks the jumper.
Wallace.
Out of bounds, the loose ball, last touch by the Charlotte Bobcats.
Number 4, Stromile Swift.
Brezich on the denial. Richardson bringing it up court. Tribansky stays on his feet, hits from the perimeter.
Wallace able to shoot it over the defender.
He got a hand on it. The Grizzlies need to be more careful passing the ball.
They're lucky that pass didn't result in a turnover. Harrington is dangerously close to fouling out of this game.
He'll have to watch it defensively the rest of the way. Team foul number 1 picked up by the Charlotte Bobcats. Swift misses his first. He gets 1 of 2. Ridnour with the ball. Richardson fires, nails the long 2. Swift working underneath.
The assist to Wesley Person.
Brings it up court.
The passer should have done a much better job of delivering the ball. It's tough to complete an alley-oop when the pass is off the mark.
Advances up court. With the shot off the mark from the post. He gets another rebound. Five on the shot clock. Ridnour with the delivery.
He comes up with another assist. He has really done a nice job of keeping his teammates involved tonight.
2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Person with room, can't get it to drop. Harrington soars for the rebound. Richardson working from the middle. Timeout is called.
Charlotte.
Some major player changes being made by the Charlotte Bobcats. Ten to put it up. Three to shoot. Drops the long 2. He puts one up. The Grizzlies have a 23-point lead. Knight covered by Bell. Miller steals the pass. From the post.
Bobcats foul to number 32, Othella Harrington. That's the first foul in the final.
Sampson seeing his first action of the night for the Charlotte Bobcats. Bell can't hit his first. He hits 1 of 2 from the line.
Come over here, come on. All right, fine.
Tribansky with the block. Jones fails to connect. That's a defensive 3-second count against the Charlotte Bobcats.
That's a costly mistake, Marv.
They have to watch their defensive positioning. Only 5 to get a shot off. The shot erased by Jones. Out of bounds. The officials say it's last touched by the Charlotte Bobcats. 1 light with the good pressure. The 3 doesn't go. Forced to take a bad shot that time.
Nothing you could do but put it up. The 24-second clock was about to expire. It would have been an automatic turnover. The Bobcats are a defeated basketball team that needs to pick up the pieces and regroup.
The clock's run out. The Charlotte Bobcats have to be very unhappy to lose by double digits at home.
Getting blown out like that is a direct result of their weak defensive performance.
Here
tonight.
are the stats for
They need to
tonight's
show
game.
more pride and toughness on their home court.